Hey guys, welcome to another video on Java for Beginners. In this video, we're going to be talking about the for looping statement. So, just like while and do while statements, for is another looping statement that can be used to repeat the execution of a set of statements based on the condition, obviously. So, there's a little bit difference in the syntax compared to while and do while statement. So, let's see how we can use a for loop statement and how does it differ from a while and do while statement. So to repeat the set of statements, we first say for, and the for looping statement takes three options, or we can call them parameters. It takes three parameters, and the first parameter that we have to specify is called the initialization. We have to specify an iterative variable that can be used to iterate or just loop through the block. So we initialize the iterative variable that we choose from the value which it should be starting. And then the second parameter is the condition. We specify the condition and we say I less than 6. And the third parameter is the increment or the decrement operations that you can perform on your iterative variable. So here you can say I equals I plus 1. So there you go. So under the for block you can write whatever the statements you want to be repeatedly executed. So the best way to remember the usage of for is that you know how many times the set of statements will be repeated. So here if you say int I equals 0 and if the condition is I less than 6, then the loop will run 6 times. That is, it will run for I is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but it will not run for, say, when I is 6, because 6 is not less than 6. So you can say system.out.println print I, print the value of I. You don't need that. So file it, we run it, and it prints out values from 0 through 5. So there you go, this is how a for loop works. The first parameter is the initialization, the second parameter is the condition to be checked, and the third parameter is the incrementation. So how it flows is, first the value for the iterative variable that we choose is initialized, and then it checks for the condition whether the condition specified in the second parameter is true or false, and if it's true, the set of statements under the for block is executed once, and then it performs whatever the increment or the decrement operation that is specified as the third parameter. Here we say I equals I plus 1. So we can also say, instead of I equals I plus 1, we can also say I plus plus. So here plus acts as a unary operator. So we can talk about unary operator in the later videos. So yeah, that's how basically a for loop works. First it initializes the value to the iterative variable that we choose, and then checks for the condition. If it's true, executes the statements in the for block, then performs the operation, that is decrement or increment, whatever we have specified as the third parameter, and then again checks for condition, repeats the statements, executes the statements, then again performs decrement or increment, checks for the condition, repeats the set of statements, and so on. So the initialization operation is happening only for the first time. So then onwards it depends completely on the condition to be true for these statements to be repeatedly. So that's all about the for loop, and you can also use for loop for arrays. I'll just demonstrate that real quick. So we declare an array. So since we start from the position 0 till 4, we can specify this as less than 5, or you can also specify it as less than or equal to 4, and you can print out the value at that particular index. When I is 0, it prints out the value of a of 0, and then when I is 1, prints out the value of a of 1, and so on. Let's just run this real quick and see. There's something went wrong. Println if I that is what caused the error. Yeah. Okay. Sorry, my bad. I initialized it the wrong way. So, okay, this is how the for loop can be used to access or traverse through the contents of an array. So, that's all about the for loop, guys. See you again in the next video. Till then, take care. Bye-bye. Please don't forget to share and subscribe.